Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be going over average waiting time. And on this one there's a restaurant with a single chef and you're given an array of customers where each customer has an arrival time and the time it takes to prepare the order of the customer. And when the customer arrives, they give the chef their order and the chef starts preparing it. The customer waits till the chef prepares the order and the chef does not prepare food for more than one customer at a time. And this is the other important thing is the chef prepares food for customers in the order they were given in the input, not like the optimal order for the customers. So what this means is, let's say the first customer arrives at like time equals 1,000. The chef would have to wait for that to make the order, and the second customer can arrive at time equals 1, but this person will still get served first. So in this example, you basically have to figure out for each customer how long they took to wait. So in this example, the first customer will get, the order will get started right away, right when they arrive, which is at time equals 1. And it takes 2 seconds to make the food. So this first customer will take 2 seconds of waiting. Then after this, the time will be 3 because their order got started at time equals 1. So time will be 3. And then this person takes 5 seconds to make it. So 3 plus 5. So this will be ready at time equals 8. And they got there at time equals 2, so they have to wait 6 seconds. So this guy waited 2, this guy waited 6. And now at time equals 8, the chef will start making the third order. So that will be done at 11. And so this person had to wait 7 seconds. So you just do 6 plus 7 plus 2 and divide. And similarly in this one, this first person, the chef will start right away and it'll be done at time equals 7. Then this person, they'll start making the food at time equals 7 and it'll be done at 11. Then this person, they'll start making it at 11, it'll be done at 21. Or not 21, sorry. 14. And then this person, they'll start making it at 14 and it'll be done at 15. Actually, sorry, this person, they'll be making it at 11 and it'll be done at 14, but this person, they have to wait until the person actually gets there. So they'll start at 20 and then it'll be done at 21. So this person got there at 5 and the food was ready at 7. So it's a 2-second waiting time. This person is a 6-second waiting time. This person is a 4-second waiting time, and here's a 1. And that's what they tell you, then you get the average again. So basically there's two kind of, like, we can just process customers left to right, and there's two criteria, right? And the criteria is current time is great or less than customer arrival time. In which case, what we have to do is we have to wait for a customer to arrive, right? So if the time is at like 10 and the customer arrives at 20, or in this case, this order is done at 14, this customer arrives at 20. We have to wait until 20. And the second way you can have it is current time greater or equal to customer arrival time. In which case, we just start making the food. And so these are the two conditions. So we can keep track of a couple things. We can keep track of the current time, and then that's actually all we need, really, I think. So we can just keep track of the current time, and then for every customer, we'll just check. If the customer hasn't arrived yet, let's just update the current time to be right when the customer arrives. Because if we have to process the customers left to right, and the current time is like 5, and the customer arrives at 20, we have to wait until 20, right? So if it's at 5, customer arrives at 20, we just have to wait. And we don't need to keep increasing time by 1. We can just simply make our current time 20 because we can't do anything until they get there. But if the current time is 25 or whatever, just anything bigger than the customer arrives, then we can start making the food right away. And then all we need to know is when the food is done. And then the customer wait time is just arrival, or the time is when the food is done minus arrival time. And we can just add up all of the customer wait times like this. So they'd be down here, and then you just divide by the number of customers to get an average. So that's all we need to do. We don't need to do any sorting because we're processing left to right. We're not processing customers optimally. We're processing in the order that they were given. And yeah, that's basically all we need. And then we can just like get a total of the wait for all the customers divided by the number of customers, and that's the definition of average. So let's do that. So we'll have like a total, and we'll have current time. Make that 0. I think earliest someone can arrive is at 1, so this will work. So we can say for array cust and customers. So we can say if the current time is less than the arrival time, let's update the current time to be the arrival time, because all we're going to be doing is waiting. Like, the customers won't be waiting for us, we'll be waiting for them. So then current time will be the arrival time. Now we have to calculate when the food will be done, and we can actually just update our current time to be that, because we can't start working on the next person's food until this one's done. So we can say current time plus equals cust1. So we'll start making when we can, and then the time after that will be when that order's done. And so when that order is done, that customer waited this current time that the order is done minus when they arrived. So we'll say this. And that could have either been their like normal waiting time, or if we started making the food way later, like after they arrived, then they would have waited longer. So that's why it's important to have the current time variable. You do need that, because like let's say the first customer arrives at 1 and it takes a second to make their food, or 100 seconds to make their food. The second customer arrives at 2, then that second customer, you're only going to start making their food at 100, which means they already waited a long time before that. So now we're going to have the cumulative total wait time of all the customers. So all we need to do is just return a double. And this is just going to be total over a number of customers. So might need to put this in parentheses. Yeah, I'm assuming I do. So we're getting an error. Maybe the total is too big, so maybe I need long here. I don't know, actually. Not entirely sure. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so yeah, so basically, I mean, I guess what we could have done probably would have been better, is just have this a double, and then this can be total. I think that would work. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so that's basically it. It's a pretty easy one. You don't have to sort or anything, and you just basically like keep track of when you start making the order for each person, and then when you're done, and then do you have to jump ahead in time to make the order for the next guy. Okay, so here, this is linear and 1. Alright, I think it's going to be all for this one. Pretty easy one. And if it was helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.